It's your boy, yadiiiigg, 4 eyes, 2 G's, and before we get into the video for today guys, please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow your boy in all social medias for more. But on to today's topic, and today we're going to be discussing Travis Scott, and with the release of Astroworld imminent, I thought it would be a good time to discuss where he is at. There has been a lot of deliberation amongst the Travis Scott fanbase regarding the quality of his music post-rodeo, and whether or not his music since can be described as a fall-off, and in this video today I wanted to give my thoughts on this. And as with these assessments regarding an artist, there are two ways to look at it, through the commercial lens and through the artistic lens, and this has always been a point of contention for fans of any artist, as many people tend to disregard commercial status almost entirely. But for myself, I think to have a holistic discussion about the state of an artist's career, you need to break down both, but ultimately the artistic lens will always take priority. In terms of commercial relevance, Travis is in a great position. He's coming off the back of Birds, which due to multiple hit singles helped to elevate him to star status in the mainstream and extend the shelf life of the project, giving him the luxury to not rush Astroworld. On top of this, his post-Birds Lucy's have performed extremely well, racking up enormous plays on SoundCloud and even scoring a commercial smash with the 2x platinum Butterfly Effect, which helped to keep him relevant throughout 2017 despite no further solo music. Furthermore, various hit features like 4am, Dark Knight Dummo, Skywalker, Love Galore, and Portland only bolstered his relevance, especially in the R&B pop world, as songs like Skywalker and Love Galore crossed over into largely untapped markets for Trav. However, it's not all rosy for Scott. Despite a lengthy hype cycle and mass fan anticipation, his collab album with Quavo was a relative flop. Despite performing decently first week, selling 90k, it tapered off quickly, and without any hits, it hasn't had any staying power commercially. Furthermore, the star-studded Watch, despite initially charting at 16, dropped out of the charts very swiftly. The hype for Astroworld is immense, and a big single leading up to it would have been the ideal narrative for Trav, but Watch just didn't really resonate with fans like that. However, despite the aforementioned setbacks, as I said, Trav is still very relevant commercially, and through the lasting power of Birds, a great feature run in 2017, Butterfly Effect, and not to mention the Kylie Jenner White Girl stimulus package, he has been able to remain extremely relevant even with such a lengthy break in between solo projects. And now we get to the trickier question, where does his music stand? And even though I'm a self-confessed Travis stan, I can't deny it has been a bit saddening to witness the progression his music has taken. It's hard to hold the majority of what he has released post-rodeo to the standard of his music leading up to and including rodeo. I don't take part in a lot of the Birds hate that goes on, because if you take the project at face value, it's a good to great album. Some weaker tracks at the end held it back in my opinion, but it's got some great music. The issues with the album come forth when you start comparing it to Travis's previous music, and this point has been made 1,000 times before, and I've said it as well, but it felt like a concerned effort to water down his sound to one that is more aligned and friendly to mainstream ears. There was less progression in his production, there was less risk taken, and it focused in on that dark trap wave, but in an uninteresting and uninventive way. On top of this, the time he spends rapping had taken a noticeable nosedive. On nearly every song, he was drowning his voice in his signature autotune way more so than previously, and because he adopted more of that sing-rapping approach, his lyrics became increasingly repetitive and uninteresting. It felt like a step down in nearly all regards to rodeo. And what's slightly worrying as well is that the collection of Lucy's released post-Birds followed this formulaic trap route that his music had been gearing towards, and although I liked all three of the songs, there was nothing that really stood out and caught my ear. It made me excited for the direction that he was heading in. And as I touched on earlier, this was a similar case for his collab album with Quavo. The reception of the album was very mixed, with many fans left disappointed by the generic trap sound it embraced. To say the least, people were expecting Quavo to enter the realm of Travis like he's done so well before on songs like Oh My This Side, but instead what we got was Travis entering the realm of Quavo and Migos. It's not necessarily a bad project, but it for sure did not meet expectations commercially nor artistically, with Travis essentially sounding like the fourth member of Migos all over the project. And collating all these points I just made, here's how I look at where Travis is at now. I don't think he's fallen off musically yet, But from Birds to his 3 SoundCloud Lucy's to Huncho Jack Jack Huncho, Travis has definitely hit a roadblock with his sound and it's stagnated. So for me, Astroworld would be the defining factor to whether we see Travis continue down this formulaic trap lane or whether we will see him return to that artist that we all want. For starters, Birds, I believe, was intended to be just a mixtape, and even before Birds was out, Travis had the idea for Astroworld and was beginning to hype up the record. This, perhaps falsely, gives me the hope that Travis always saw Birds as a stepping stone for success and Astroworld as a concept album to explore his artistry on. Not only that, but he has had over 2 years to work on it now, plus he's been in the studio with some really interesting artists, from Kevin Parker to Tori Ma to Young Lean. As I said, Travis is better than he ever has been when it comes to his commercial standing thanks to Bird's success and a great 2017. However, that isn't everything, and although he hasn't fallen off artistically yet, he has become increasingly stagnant, and I hope we see a stronger return to form for Travis on Astroworld. But that's all from me today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to let me know what you guys think. Has Travis fallen off or not, and let me know why. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow your boy on all social medias for more.